Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that 3rd down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs, nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. They are obviously still smarting from that pick 6 a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll try to run for it. And finally, they'll bring him down but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Lions are going to take possession.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll go play action with Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Complete to Jamison Williams. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Catch is made. That is Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, KC.
It's a gain of 18. And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll run with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And he's in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's now 14-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Goff to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is brought in. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Laporta in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2. And it's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
Laporta in motion. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Forced to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. So, as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Past the 45. And he is gone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Chiefs 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle by Jack Campbell. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes. That one complete to Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd down and 3. To throw is Mahomes. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Mahomes going to look to run with this one. It's a gain of 10 yards, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
Here's Pacheco. Good running inside the 25. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. And he will score! Noah Gray. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs back within 10. It's now 24-14. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. On first down, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
He's got his man complete. That's to Slaw. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Goff to throw. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
8 yards on the pick.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short gain.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have the Lions' 1st down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains.
And they knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate 1st downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have-it moments.
He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Goff with the give to Montgomery. Good blocking, and he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Chiefs 14,
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Crazy. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Goff. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is hard. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It is a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go play action with Goff. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Now Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Now Gibbs, and that'll be a pickup of 3.
Gibbs, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. To the goal line and in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions tack on one more to their lead.
Lions 38, Chiefs 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They go play action with Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Mahomes connects with Kelsey for a big one. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 14-yard line.
They'll work now on second and 4. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll send Worthy in motion. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it at the 3.
Complete to number 1, Xavier Worthy. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Second and goal. Here's Mahomes. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's his second touchdown tonight. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Laporta in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Into space at the 45. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 18 on
That
the play.
catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight,
First down.
and it gives the team a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken
This back's
down
been
by
having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Lions first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. The Lions called their first timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Laporta in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. Coming across the field, it's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On first down, it's Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
There's that man again, another catch. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 20, here's 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Brought down by Nick Bolton. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
2nd and 11. Goff to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Remigio now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back 1st downs.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
To the left side, caught by Kelsey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Mahomes now to throw again. In trouble, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be third and a mile.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs are able to cut into the deficit. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Christian Fulton is in on the tackle.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. 2nd down and 8. To throw is Goff. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, left side. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It looks like the Chiefs have it, and it is Kansas City ball.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, KC.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, here's Pacheco. He'll push forward for about a yard. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
Second down at the 33-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
From the 33, here's second down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there.
9 yards.
And now it's going to be third down. Patrick to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Goff to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now Goff. Pass completed is St. Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing now, Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Look wide, get this one complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
When you run these quick smokes or tunnels, wide receiver screens, they go by a variety of names. When you throw the ball to your wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage, you're counting on the defense playing very soft, and it's all going to be run after the catch. He's able to pick up enough here to bring up 1st down.
They'll send Worthy in motion. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Back at the 42.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and long for Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. He'll step up and run, and he's in! Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs are able to edge a bit closer. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Laporta in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Laporta in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards on that play. First down, Detroit.
First down, Detroit.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
brings up second
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now a 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
The Chiefs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. First down throw, Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey.
number 87, Travis Kelsey. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's Juju Smith-Schuster downfield. A gain there of 21. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Number 1, Xavier Worthy. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
14 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised.
That one, taken in, middle of the end zone. Jalen Royal. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Butker now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within 6. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. The defense stringing him out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. That is Mike Dana working his way in there to record the sack.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
Here's the Lions punt team now as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That one swung out wide to Pacheco. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. Here's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the Chiefs' 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on 4th down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, uses his legs to pick up the 1st down, and they're still alive.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
That one, take it in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here is 1st and 10. A run with Gibbs. Oh! And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here's 1st down. From the gun, it's Goff. This one complete. It's to Slaw.
Complete to Isaac to Slaw. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 47-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Goff to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
7 yards to go.
Now Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout.
And this game certainly looks a lot different now after that completion, Mike. I mean, to pick up that many yards in the 2-minute drill, everybody in the huddle can just take a deep breath. All they need is a field goal. So right now, work the clock, possess the ball, Send out your kicker to see if he can win it.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Now, 2nd and 4. Now, Goff. He's got it at the 3. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to win the game. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. One last shot now for Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This one went all the way down to the wire. The late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, they may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, good night from Kansas City.